Morning. Well, I got tired of unreliable trucks, so I bought two Peterbilts. Ended up, they've got little bitty Cummins motors in them. They're like 400 horse each. Day cabs. They're 386s. They're both white. They're both identical. They were coal trucks, but they're actually in decent shape, fairly clean, and fairly good price. So I ended up buying both of them. They had three of them, and I would have bought all three, but one of them was already sold. So I feel like I did pretty good on them. And we're hauling corn today to GPC. Michael's shelling right now, and I'm hauling. Load 2 for the day. I like that truck so far. Hopefully it holds up good for us. Got another one that we haven't gone and picked up yet, but we're gonna go get it just in about an hour or so. We'll have it picked up. So had an appointment to make first. We're rolling again. Had some issues with the combine auger earlier, not wanting to fold in. Basically, we got it to fold in, and we're gonna run it till we can't run it and fix it on a rainy day. That's essentially what it came down to. But the corn is flowing in the right direction. The head is starting to tick me off. It keeps wanting to build up right in front of the feeder house. It's not feeding very well at all. It's just dry, fluffy stalks. They're just wanting to pile up. I almost need like a down corn reel just to help shove it into the auger. But it's annoying. You can see it right there, just wanting to build up. I don't know why. This head is terrible about doing that, and then you have to run the head speed faster, and then you end up with more head shell. I don't know. The more I run this Capello head, I've called Capello and done what they've told me to do to try and fix it, but it's not having much luck. So I don't know. It's a decent head. I like the job it does, but it just always wants to pile up in front of the feeder house for some reason. I'm guessing this corn is going to average about 160, 165 if we're lucky. It is reclaimed corn. We were super dry. But I don't know. It's all right for the ground it's on, but I sure hope the rest of the corn this year is a whole lot better. But this is reclaimed coal mine ground. Very, very little topsoil. So you don't ever expect a whole lot out of it, but it's doing all right for what it is, I guess. Now, I don't know how that corn stalk is holding on, but I couldn't do it again if I tried. Morning. We are going to dump the first load of corn in the new bins this morning, so that's exciting. So the auger is up. It's in the hole. It's plenty steep, but it'll work. So we don't have it chained down, and I would like to chain it down, but we're only going to be dumping corn in it for like today and tomorrow. So ready to go. There's the spout. Got all the sump doors closed, I think. Yep, that one's closed. That one's closed, and those two are closed. AGI only has one cable in so far. Something about the brackets for the rest of them, I don't know. But I'm not waiting on them or putting corn in. So we should have a little bit of corn in here today. I sold quite a bit of yellow corn on contract for like $640. I think the cash price right now is about $450, $460. So I'm not upset about that contract at all. But that was a fall delivery contract. So as far as yellow corn goes, we won't quite fill this bin this year. But with the white corn, we're gonna fill that other one and then fill some of those small ones with white corn too. We've got quite a bit of white corn, so. And that is sold between December and March. So that'll be sitting in the bin for a while. Let's fill. Well, here goes nothing. Let's see if it's going where it's supposed to. If gravity's doing its thing, it should be. There we are. It's raining. Kind of hurts too. Well, that's the first load dumped. We've got 2 more loaded in the field ready, so we'll get them dumped too and hammer down this morning, I guess. We've got, that's what 1 load looks like in here. I don't have the fans running because it's already 15% corn and because we don't have power. So it's the only reason we're filling. It's because it's 15%, but we're getting something done. The generator should be hooked up this week. So today is Saturday. It's supposed to be coming out Monday, so we'll see. It won't be long and we'll be spreading fertilizer and a little bit of cover crop and VTing it in with this. Michael got it ready while I was out in Colorado, so it's a rig. Loading, getting things done. Well, I've got kicked out of the combine today for a little while at least. Michael's shelling some of his own corn here, so I'm running the grain cart and trucks. It is a rough road getting back here too. It is not much fun. Moving. Michael's right behind me. Since the corn head is feeding like absolute crap, stopped here at RT's welding shop and he gave me some of these rubber pieces. I'm gonna drill holes in them and bolt them onto the corn head on the auger. It's already got some kind of bracket deal welded on it, like somebody's had these on before. But these are really stiff. I was gonna use Peterbilt and I called him about it and he said these are way stiffer than Peterbilt, and they definitely are. So I'm hoping that these kind of help just right there in front of the feeder house. They'll be turning like this, kind of raking that stuff in, but I don't know, it doesn't take much, but right now it's just feeding like absolute crap. So hopefully this helps that out a little bit. I don't know. I'm driving way slower than I should be and having to run the head a lot faster than I'd like to and getting a lot more head shell because the corn we're shelling right now is like 16% corn, so you get a lot of head shell like that when you're running the head fast. So there's no point in leaving bushels on the ground just because the damn thing won't feed, and that's kind of what we're doing right now. So I gotta go get a drill and a drill bit. I'm gonna drill some holes in this and grab some bolts and washers and see if we can't make this thing work a little better. It's all I know how to do. I mean, I don't know what else to try right now, so it's not gonna hurt us anything. All we're out's the time and a little bit of money for the rubber, so I don't know, we're gonna try it. All right, so all I did was put these little rubber flaps on. There's one in the back behind too, so I don't know if it'll make any difference or not, but at least I'm trying, because I'm about fed up trying to get the thing to feed. That might be the title of this video. Fed up trying to feed. I just started it and I can see them flailing around there, so I haven't fallen off yet. I'm gonna slow down the head a little bit now and see if it shells a little better. Time will tell. Well, we've got another field knocked out here. We've probably got, I don't know, 30, 40 acres left on this farm. And it'll probably be the worst 30 or 40 acres off the farm. But Sydney brought dinner. Little man's riding. we got a full cart and a full semi. So, yeah. Michael said the new bins are working out well. Said we've hardly even brought the level of corn up at all in them today. And we put several truckloads in. So it took forever just to cover the floor. Everybody's fed, fueled up. Kids were entertained for a bit, so back to the office. About time a truck shows up. I got tired of waiting. I think I just watched half of TikTok, honestly. Thing is, we're down a guy right now. So the grain cart guy is also the semi guy, and both the new semis are getting decals put on them right now. So we're using one truck today. We're not too terribly far away from the farm, and this is probably the worst corn we're going to show all year. So I haven't had to wait too much, but we've still managed to get about 50, 60 acres shelled today, so it's not been too bad. I'd like to point out that we are running over 6 miles an hour now, and all day today I could only get 3.5, maybe 4 if I was lucky. This head is feeding absolutely fine now, but the stalks are a little bit tough because there's a dew on now. But for some reason, when it is dry, this head will not feed at all. But at night, you can run it like a rape tape. I don't know. I don't understand it, but that's the way it works. Dumping and peeing. Had to do both. Nice clean sample. Probably got just enough corn left in this field to fill the cart, and we'll probably call it a night after that. Everything I've got left in this field is kind of a pain to get to. So I'm probably gonna wait until tomorrow. But we should knock this farm out tomorrow pretty easily. I almost think I shouldn't stop because there's a big orange harvest moon up there tonight. Phone doesn't really do it justice, but between the dirty windows and the crappy zoom, but I promise it looks pretty cool in person. You get the point. Morning! We're back to filling trucks. Corn's doing all right. We shelled one field that might have made 80 bushel back here, but we're hammered down on it. Back here at the farm, we've already got a fair amount of corn in the new bin, so I'd say there's about 10 or 12,000 bushel in here, and it doesn't even look like it's, I mean, we got a long ways to go. Unloading trucks. Got the air valve fixed on that one, so we got 2 trucks to run again this afternoon. But the AGI SureTrack system is installed. Gotta get power to it yet, but yeah, all in all, we're looking good. We're looking real good right now. Well, we are all done with the reclaim ground. It wasn't that great. It wasn't bad for reclaim ground, but I sure hope that the rest of the corn this year is a whole lot better. Let's put it that way. But pulling out of here with 2 full trucks, so can't beat that. I got a little bit in the combine, and I'm gonna sprinkle it across both trucks and make it fit. So can't beat it. It would be fairly unfortunate to meet somebody on this road, but we're not going that far. Unfortunately, we're in the wrong field for the head, but even more unfortunate, I gotta take this one off and put that one on. We're switching back to beans until we finish them up, and then we're gonna go back to corn, but they're dry right now, so we're gonna get after them. Well, they fought me to the very end, and we definitely cut a lot later than we should, but we finished Michael's soybeans tonight. So we'll be on to mine tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and take the head off real quick. I think Michael already unhooked it. So all I got to do is set it on here. Then I'm going to shut the combine off, leave it here tonight, and pull the head to the next field on my way home. So his beans did fairly well. He's definitely got something to be excited about this year. But I'm hoping that some of my beans do as well out here on the state ground that I've got left. But we'll see. But what I've cut so far was not that great. They were like 20 bushel under anything else I've cut this year. His weren't quite as good either, but they've been better than the ones I've cut out here so far by a lot. But they're a different variety, so I don't know. I'm not thrilled with the variety that I've got out here. Another variety is doing a heck of a lot better. But anyhow, get the head kept set. I can't talk. Get the head set on the cart. That's what I meant to say. Get her lined up here. I'm not lined up even remotely. This is a lot nicer with two people because you can have the person in the pickup pull up or back up, pull forward, whatever you need to do. When you're in the combine, you just get to wiggle. It's not near as easy. You'd think I'd have it down by now, but I don't. And what I'm looking for is to set this right in that saddle right there. And I normally, yeah, that wasn't right. Probably shouldn't have been on my phone there trying to record that, but it's on there now. Just had to give it some persuasion. But I had my feeder house completely cleaned off when I started cutting beans tonight. And there's about 3 inches of just powdery dust on top now. The beans have just been absolutely stupid dusty this year. Like really, really, really dusty. We're gonna have to blow the air filter out tomorrow morning and pull my shut off here. I don't have a dead battery in the morning. But yeah, it's like an air filter a day kind of thing this year. It's bad. Like, I'm replacing air filters, not just blowing them out. And I blow them out every day regardless, but like, they get so caked up right now that you almost just get a new one. They're bad. It's been really stupid dusty, and that combine does a pretty good job. It's got like a suction deal that sucks the dust off the air filter on the outside, and that definitely helps. I've had that plug up before, and you definitely know when it's plugged up, but it's working like it should. It's just like, it's incredibly dusty. Like, normally the only other time that I've cut beans this dusty is like if they were river bottom or creek bottom that had been underwater, and then the water goes down and then they're all muddy and just dirty. And it's not abnormal to have super dusty beans like that, but this year they're just all that way. It's just, we're extremely dry. Everything's extremely brittle right now. So anyhow, I'm gonna quit rambling and I'm gonna drop this head cart off at the next field, and then I'm gonna go home. And the lights that I have in my rear bumper are worth their weight in gold right now, because we're coming out this goat path and I can see the entire head back there. So I'm very glad that I have those. They're just on a switch, and this is what it looks like without them. So it's nice having those in the rear bumper. They're also really handy when somebody's riding your ass, but I didn't say that. You know, looking at how shiny the tires are, it's kind of no wonder that the soybeans started cutting like shit. Very heavy dude. But that's all right. We got done. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I should have quit cutting soybeans a long time ago. That's all right. They were too damn dry anyways, so we just added some moisture back into them. May as well cut them at night. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right, I'm going home. Cutting some more beans today. Michael's hauling a load, and they've dropped the basis down to like -60, -70, even on the river right now. It's so dry that I think they're starting to have, I know south of here, they're starting to have issues getting barges up and down the river because the river's getting so low. And so the basis is dropping pretty quickly just because grain's not moving. And I think this load that I've just loaded is probably going to be the last load I haul to the river for a while until the basis gets better. We're going to shuffle some things around in some grain bins and make room for more beans. I don't quite have enough storage to hold all the beans I have left, but pretty close. I'm down to like probably 300 acres of beans, but they're doing very well where I'm at right now. I mean, that's a pretty good bean yield. They're flat as a pancake, and I'm driving slow because they got so tall they fell over. But they're good beans. They're really good beans. So running out of storage will be a good problem to have. I don't care to sell a few cheap bushels as long as they're bonus bushels that I didn't think I'd have in the first place. So yeah, when I was figuring on a 70 average on all my soybeans this year, I'm blowing that out of the water this year. I had a few that were making 55, 60 that I was pretty upset about, but I got out of that variety and we've gotten back into some really good beans, so I'm pretty happy now. Yeah, she's full. So is the semi. So I guess I'm trucking because Michael ain't back yet. When he does get back, he can run the combine. That's the nice thing. When everybody knows how to do everything, you don't have to worry about guys being in the wrong spot, because when everybody knows how to do everything, everybody knows how to do the other guy's job. It just works a lot smoother that way. So off we go. I'm not gonna tarp it yet because I'm gonna let the beans shake down on the way to the road, and then it'll make it a lot easier to tarp. Well, we made it. Got plenty of time to cut another load tonight, hopefully too. Michael should actually have another load cut already, and then I'll get home and cut another one. Beautiful. At least on this side. This truck sounds so good when you put it under a load. I love it.